Hi everyone. I know I've promised to make the Lantoka video for study planner. So I'm making two videos. The first one is just to explain how is it going to work and what are the benefits. So I don't want to make it too long. My name is Marunku for those who don't know me. I'm the SGB in my son's school. I'm heading a position of the deputy chairperson, and I'm also a chairperson of the disciplinary committee, and I also serving on the academic portfolio as well. The benefit about this, I think it has opened up me to a world that I will always come and share with the parents that not opened up on that world, or even if you are, but maybe they something new that you want to learn. Generally, I think I've got a very active mind, a creative one. So I would normally love to find how can I incorporate information that I've learned or something that I've thought of and I decide to do. The week planner, I've started it during the lockdown when everyone was going rah 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 rah. Then I did a study planner because I knew that I was gonna wear orange overalls if I don't. So it helped me to be able to manage my schedule and the kids also to kind of manage themselves. So that is the main thing about it. Most of the parents that I spoke to about this, their main frustrations was like, Marungo, I'm going to work, I'm coming back home tired, and sometimes I don't even actually have the time to assist my child on my work and all that. So I said to them, why don't you try the weekly planner? And I'm sure everybody knows what the weekly planner, but how are they going to manage it? And unfortunately, this is where you as and the child, you need to manage together. So this video is for you and the child. If you're a parent, you are listening to it. Main thing about it, I think what I like about this, I'll tell you the benefits of a weekly planner, because even if you are not home, you are able to let your child to continue running their academic life and even the chores in the house if you're having a planner. The first thing that you need to do, you need to put it on the fridge. There it is. And the reason it's a fridge, they all paint fridges every day. The first thing that they do when they come from school is opening a fridge. So no one can say that I didn't see it or I forgot it, mommy, because the first thing I asked, did you went to the fridge today to fetch anything? Yes, mommy. Okay, then you could have seen the planner. So basically that is what I want to share with you about the planner. So what I did to my friends that I've assisted so far, they are having a good reviews about them. I want you to warn you, at the first 3 weeks, it's a struggle to get into it for you and the parents. So I want you to be patient as possible, but eventually they get to the gear, especially if you are serious about it. One of the main things that there's a position of where I say that if you want to earn your gadgets, I want you to see you mastering this. If you want the part that you ask for, but please, my daughter, guys, I think she loves. She's extravagant. I'm already hyperventilating for September, but it has worked for me. Whatever that you want, please, can you master your weekly planner? So I wanted to just quickly share what is it all about. There are some tips. Basically, I said, please know that there will be 2 terms. You will get this. I'm gonna email it to you. I'll give you my other email, not my normal one, so that I can know that email is just basically for academics, so that I can send emails to people who want the soft copy so they can make changes and all that. Listen, my main thing, I think, maybe I joined SPB. Most of people, they would think that, man, maybe in school or leadership. I think it's mainly for parents, because I'm seeing how much parents are going through a lot when it comes to everything academics. Our kids are moving fast, and sometimes we are sometimes we are very occupied. We are going through a lot of things ourselves personally, and then there's a parenting, there's schooling and everything. So these are the things that I want to find a way that we can ease our lives as well. So that the time planner will help you and your mom, now I'm talking to the kids as well, to plan better and for you to be disciplined academically. I cannot stress this enough, because if you can start now, by the time you are reaching matric, or but because it's fitting from grade R upwards, by the time you are arriving at varsity, your child will be in a level of where she's able to self-manage them or her. So that helps a lot for them. And then if you perfect this, you'll be able to independently work. This again applies for the child and the mom. So that means I keep on saying mom, parent. I'm a mom. So please forgive me if I'm saying mom. Please know that I'm saying parent. So the main thing about this, if you manage to do it now, as I said, that by the time you are reaching matric, everything is working for you. Remember that you have assessments that you still have to complete. So this time planner will also be able to fit in the assessments that sometimes you are doing, the preparation of tests and everything, and all that that goes to them. I said it's important that you not only plan your study schedule, but also stick to it. This is very important. Hence, I said that the first 3 weeks it will be teething stages. It will be frustrating. You will forget, she will forget, and all those kind of stuff. They will come with all the stories. Trust me, the kids are going to try to run away from the weekly planner because it's making them to be accountable of what they did that day. So definitely they are going to try to bullshit the system, but I wanted to just let you know that eventually it will get there. So one of the tips that I wanted to start off with is that you can start off by going through all the subjects that your child is going through, like they're struggling with. So for example, take the term 2, on this case, take the term 2 results. The parents that I spoke to that have walked through this, most of them are here actually on my Facebook page. I said, give me the results. I've checked the results, and I said to the child, to the mother, your child needs to start with the subjects that he's struggling with, or he didn't do well with them. And then you put them at the beginning of the week on your weekly planner. You will see on the next video. Put them at the beginning so that they can be able to the mind is still fresh during the week. By Friday, so try by all means that you do all the hard ones at the beginning of the week. Just 1 hour for each week that you slaughter in on the weekly planner. Then on weekend, you will see on the study planner as well, how is it different as well. And then also remember, each household, they've got their own arrangement. So what I'm sharing here is my household arrangement, but you will have your own arrangement with your child that will be able to kind of, like, you know what time your child is coming back from school, you'll see on the planner again, and then what time you as a parent coming from school. But make sure that every day you are asking that you go to the fridge, but how far did you go with your planner? Even if it means they tick, but ticking is going to make it very dirty and all that, unless you're going to laminate it and then you what do you call it, you clean it later on. But it's a tedious work. But if you go to the fridge and say, can you show me how far you have went, and you prove it to me, then you are on the go. On the 3rd week, they are already on the gear with this. And then the second point, the reason that I'm saying that is important, is that all the subjects that you are struggling to do them at the beginning of the week, you will starting realizing that you are getting fresher ideas and all those kind of stuff. I'll tell you another tip as well later on. You can print out the previous question papers. For example, they always come and say that we don't have homework. I have a discussion, especially with the older one now that is closer to matric, that you cannot have a day that you don't have a homework. If you don't have a homework at school, you are still having schoolwork. This is where now we check the subjects that you didn't do well with. Then we check maybe on the previous question papers. How it works sometimes on the previous question papers is that you give them the question papers, the websites. I'll try to find the website that I've used. They already know now. They find the website themselves and print the question papers. They give me the memo, then they do the question papers. So on the memo, they mark. I don't like marking. They mark. Then I check. So you're doing the checking because you're busy. You're a parent. You are cooking. You are doing all this. They still have sports and all that. They mark. After they mark, you check the ones that are wrong. Then that is where you're having a discussion. This is where you also seeing the percentage of the understanding of your child subject at that point in time. If you as a mother like me, I don't know physics and I don't think I'm ready to know physics, and so someone else needs to do this. So I would normally say, does your teacher can be able to help? Go to your teacher and ask them, and then please come back tomorrow with a confirmation that you did, or signature or something like that. You are putting controls nicely. Yeah, well, so those are the things that can help you. So that's the question paper. Please always have a memo, even if you know the subject, because sometimes there are a lot of dynamics that have changed along the years. Things are no longer the same. They are talking about heart shapes on maths and on all those things. So just have that memo. Then they do it, their thingy, and then when you mark, and then you ask, what is it that you don't understand in these questions that you got wrong? Then this is where, now it motivates them, and then you give them the mark. When you give them the mark, I hope, they are listening to these kids, and it's for both of them. Give them a reward for doing well with a certain percentage. That makes them to keep them motivated and all this kind of stuff. Number point 3, try to write all work and not type them. Our kids must have technology and all those kind of stuff. So when they are doing certain subjects, hopefully all of them, they must write their answers with a pen. The reason for that, when you are writing with a pen, maybe as a writer in me, you remember things more than when you are typing them, and they can easily go and copy and paste from Google, most. So they need to write it. It keeps them to be able to remember when you're writing something yourself, you are able to remember what you've written. But if you have just typed it, it's just like, it makes a difference. So try to make them to write by hand. Like in your before, after supper or wherever, when they're going to do, they will clear the table, then they sit in the table, not in their rooms. They will definitely bullshit you if you're going, yes, I know you kids, I hope you are listening to this, you will bullshit us if you are working in the room, you're going to sneak in a phone and all those kind of stuff. So everybody must be in the table. I have recently provided a computer for them. It sits in the table, it doesn't go to the bedroom. I managed to get myself a computer so that I can stay away from my computer, because now I need to write my book. So they need to be in the table. So anyone wants to do the work, they come to the table in the kitchen, the eating table. I still don't have a study, what. So those are the things that they help you to be able to manage the schedule. And then, since we are trying to catch up more on work that maybe they didn't do and all that, please, the teachers, they enjoy actually for you to come and ask questions. They love the parents who are involved on their kids. So if there's something, as I said on the previous point, that if there are points that you don't understand on whatever that he was doing, drop a note on the teacher, or he must go himself or herself to the teacher and say that we're doing this with my mom, I didn't understand. They will eagerly help. Trust me, they will eagerly help. And even at schools, there are intervention classes where, for all the subjects, use that time if you are not able to be available as a parent. And then I cannot stress it enough again, stick to the schedule. Stick to it. Listen, I was annoyed at first. Never wanted to kill me. I don't blame him. And I remember it was a thing I was trying it for. They were guinea pigs, basically. So it's frustrating, but eventually, if you stick to it, by the 3rd week, remember, any habit, you get used to it. Our kids are so used to get to bad habits. So if you can teach them to do the good habits, it can help them a lot. Then, what else I was going to mention there? Another thing that I wanted to mention of why that you need to stick to the schedule. There will be days where you are not feeling well, maybe as a parent or the child, but at least you are already on the gear of this commitment. So it will be easy when you are feeling better to go back. And also, I want you to stress it out. The schedule, don't make it rigid. Be flexible about it. There are days where you guys don't feel like, really, guys, you know what, we want to go for a pizza. We just want to, it's okay. Leave the schedule like that. Don't make it that they must hate it. But they must always remember that this is very important. So be flexible around it. If they didn't do their schedule that day for whatever reason, sick or they are tired and all those kind of stuff, there must be a commitment of when is it going to be done, where is the catch up of that subject mainly that can be done. Another thing about the schedule, it will show you and your child that actually there is no time for TV during the week. You will see it on the next video. There is no time for them, because now at the moment we don't have anything to give it to them. But I don't want them in a phone, I don't want them in a gadget, they're always staying in a gadget, because you haven't given them anything to replace that. So this schedule will be able to help you to replace that, because now they're gonna see about, hey, at 6 I'm coming back at school, for example, from up to 2:30. Then go 6, okay, I'm having a rest. This is where maybe I can have 1 hour of a TV, Then from there, it's dinner with the family. Then I'm preparing the school stuff. Then it's sleeping time. So I asked them, show me, my baby, where is the time for these things that you want? There was no, they could see it now. But when you are telling them they must not, they're not. So one thing they see, you take them to the fridge. Please show me where are you going to fit show me where are you going to fit your gadget. So it makes them to be accountable and start reasoning and seeing that you are not being unfair to them. And then, please note, this is a general advice. Honestly, I am not an expert on this, and I'm still learning a lot of things, so I will come back, maybe twitch this thing as well. And but more than anything, that I'm a parent, and that is so invested to assist us each other. There's a term that I think everybody knows by now, and that I'm saying that a child is raised by a village. So we are living in a technology village, and actually it's so beneficial than the village that didn't have the technology maybe at that time. So we are, like videos like this, we can be able to connect and be able to do things. And make sure that you are, if you are struggling, grab another parent that you're able to slide in on my inbox, on the email that I'm going to share on the other video. So those are the things that can be able to help you. I'm not going to be available for everyone. I might not be available at all, but there are other parents that can be able to assist you. And then fill in the schedule that suits you. I mentioned it already. You're going to see the schedule that it suits me, and it also suits your child, because remember, our children, they are different schools, different times, they are playing different sports and all those kind of stuff. There is another thing that Neo picked it up himself on the schedule. That was a great thing. He's realized that he doesn't have time for the extra sport. He was playing soccer. He loves soccer. My son loves soccer with his whole heart, but he realized that he was no longer having time. His marks were dropping, and then the hockey was picking up. And now with the hockey, it's a school sport. So he realized that he's not going to have, and he came to us himself, said that, hey, I'm having a problem because now they are clashing, everything is clashing. But should he not have that weekly planner, he was not going to pick it up himself. When we are going to ask him to stop maybe soccer, he was going to think that we are selfish, or we don't think of him, all the things that you can think of, the teens that think that we really want to perish them on earth. So, but now he saw it himself. That was a plus for me, and I'm realizing that this is the work of this baby mama. So that basically what I wanted to share before we can go to the video of the weekly schedule, where it explains exactly what is it that we need to do. Then parents, remember, this will assist you and your child to be accountable on where you went wrong when the results come. This is the most heartbreaking thing for me. I think this term was the difficult one for me. There were so many parents. I think with those posts that I've posted, and it triggered so many parents. And I said, Marungu, I always blamed my child. I think one of the posts I said that, can you do an introspection as a parent about what did you do wrong for your child's results? Because when we get the results, we are quick to shout them that you did wrong, but what role did you play for these results? Because you need to be accountable as well. So if, yes, you said he must study, yes, you shouted, yes, you did, but what practical resources and availability and everything, whatever that you have done? I've seen parents that have done everything else everything that you think that they're supposed to do. I even said to one of the parents, I am so proud of you that you are able to account of of your availability on your child, of what you have done. I'm very, very happy about that. So that means you are on the right track to be able to pick up when you are not available. There was a situation where I was not okay. There were a lot of things that were happening at once, and it was during the exam time. So it created an unavailability for me to assist them the way that I normally assist them. Remember, these are still kids. They act big mouthed and all that, but you guys are still kids, and we still need to assist you. So the results didn't come up well, and I was so annoyed. Then my husband said to me, let's do introspection of why did we get into here, all of us, not the kids on the floor. Let's start with us before we can speak to the child. Then I realized that I was not available. I was busy, my mind was occupied, I was emotionally wrecked and all those kind of stuff. So the first thing that I did was to say, my child, I am so sorry, I was not available for the exams. I can see your results are not well. So that means I contributed as well, because I was honestly not available. And I didn't even have time to remind him about this weekly planner, which is unfortunately, it's a scam. We need to always remind you guys. Really, I wish those are the things that when I'm in the old age home, you will be delivering my wine. So basically, that you will need to be accountable and take responsibility. That is one of the main things that the parents, they are trying to run away from. And I'm sorry, I'm going to be honest about it. We don't want to take accountability when it comes to the outcomes of the results that are not in a good space. But if the child is doing well, yay, so we need to also, when the child didn't do well, yay, you see? So we need to be able to take accountability on all actions and all that. So this can be able to help, because you're going to sit down and say, what did we do wrong? Did we ignore it? Then both of you didn't do well. Or if you have done everything, then you are able to sit him down and say, this is the results of you when you are not being responsible or not listening and wara, with something that is tangible, that is in the paper. Nana, can you please switch off that rice for me? Then, more than anything, please have fun. I think I'm done. Please have fun. And this week planner, I need to share with you. It has been selected. Actually, it has been accepted by my school academic team. They have yes, called underneath. They have at the academic department, our portfolio, they actually already rolled it to the parents. They loved it, and they felt that it was practical. It's mainly to support the parents, because in our academic portfolio at the moment, we are looking on ways that we can be able to support the parents with at home, because sometimes we forget that not all of us are in a space where we can be able to do things swiftly, like maybe I'm doing right now. There are things that I'm lacking as well. So these are the things that now will be able to help. So ladies and gentlemen, this weekly planner that we are talking about here, it has already been rolled to the parents, and I'm looking forward to introduce it to some other 2 local schools around me, my neighbors. So I will go and teach the executive team first about how it works and all that. So you people are my second person to see this. And actually, though there are sort of a lot of my friends from going back 2020 who had these things. I think I did share it on Facebook at some other time. So if you want it, please email me, and then I will send you the it's a pity Facebook doesn't save the Word document, because I want you to be able to tweak it and change it as per your schedule and your timelines. Thank you very much. I hope this will help and help. I will keep on coming with many tips and many tips. My main role is for our kids to win. Our main role is for our kids to win. And it takes a village to raise a child.